And this is a perfect segue. Let's just get onto our rankings here. Now, I'm looking for a lady. Where are you? Lady C. Lady C. We're just cutting right to the chase. She always gets her own tier. Lady C tier. A tier above the rest.
Well, that's good too. You put her all by herself. We don't have to argue about where she deserves to be in the top five, anyways. Fukigen deserves her own tier. That's probably true too.
I want to fight Tora. She goes 31 because she hasn't wrestled yet.
Yeah, and that could be another not applicable. But even when she was wrestling, I didn't love her all that much. I like a Oedo Tai without her running in the ring, swinging sticks around. Quite frankly.
Oh my god, it's like Mortal Kombat. In order to send these young girls, have to get past Hanan. We've decided Hanan's probably just gonna age out of it in a couple months. Just like, here you go, I'm done with this toy.
Yeah, she'll retire it for the white belt when that happens.
It'll be a hand-me-down to one of her younger sisters. I think I,
here's my whole outfit and the belt.
number 30, because I think everyone else wrestled. I think it has to be. I hate doing it because I love me some Waka. She tries so hard, but 0 wins on the year. Even Unagi and Mina have found wins sometime this year.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts the soul.
Actually, that makes me happy. That Tora is ranked lower than Waka is.
Fair enough. As long as she's not last. I mean, you got to give it to someone who tries really hard. She's got a better outfit now. It's still not great, but it's better.
I like the gimmick of you got to get through Hanan, so I might as well.
No, yeah,
If we have,
Hanan's still going to be
I'll
the
just
leader of the
place
kids.
her like wherever for now. Yeah, she's still the leader of the kids. We'll move her up or down when we run out. Sakurai?
Sakurai doesn't win a lot.
She beats Waka.
Well, that's true.
She beats on Waka, so I think Sakurai.
Plus, yeah, I don't know. I also don't mind Rina. It's a toss up between them two, or not Rina. Hina. Hina's only wrestled a couple times. Hina greater than Rina. We've only seen a couple of her things
Hmm.
this year. It's I honestly in the small little sample we have, I think I agree, but Rina's still also just sort of, you know, playing to her role of Oedo Tai where, in Queen's Quest, Hina can do more than cheat.
Oh, we
All
don't.
right, I don't like Fukuhan being too high.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I like that she's not on every show these days.
Momo Kogo.
Yeah, Momokoko needs to be up there. And Koko beat all of Oedo Tai in one night. The only other person that can say
Oh,
that
that is
is
true.
Mayu.
I'm looking. All right, where's Miyu go?
Not below Waka.
I agree. I agree.
I like why do you like or not like I'm okay with the God's Eye girl there. But Aida should I like her above the sisters, I think. Not all the sisters. I like her under Kogo. So Aida could bench press all the sisters at the same time.
I could honestly, I just
And
honestly
throw in Miyu
assumed.
at 85 pounds.
I always just assumed that Kogo was going above, or like once Hanan decides that she's done playing with the Futures belt, she just hands it to Kogo. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, there's going to be a time when the futures belt doesn't matter, but Hanan's really good, and that's where the belt deserves to be.
All right.
I know she couldn't have even, God forbid, she was even in the gauntlet
Oh,
match.
we left to rock out.
I was like, I never thought I'd be the jealous of the fucking arms and traps of a fucking 85-pound girl. It's like she's the girl. She is ripped.
That's the truth.
Maybe that's saying more about me, but I don't know. She's got some shoulders.
I definitely have better quads and thighs, though. I'll say that confidently.
Confidently. Now this is the point where you put the controversial Kyrie up, even though we know she should be number one, but she only wrestled one match, so we just put her on up there to put her up there.
Oh, who is better, Kyrie or Konami this year?
I mean,
Kyrie's above Konami.
I mean,
No,
obviously,
Saki Deska.
Oishi, at least.
Going from Waka level to Ruaka level isn't the same as being on Mina's level.
Well, I know. Okay, well, I know you're thinking of Cosmic Angels just for the sake of having Cosmic Angels up here. However, let me throw a wrench in there. I mean,
Is it
if
Azumi
we're at,
and Koguma? Like, are they the bottom of the? They can't challenge for the futures anymore.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like Koguma. Well,
Listen,
is this the
I
fight
will.
between Unagi and Mina right here? Because I'm okay with them being like right next to each other as long as Unagi's above Mina. But you can make the call.
Who doesn't want Unagi on top?
The Stardom site is Cinderella round two. Yeah, I forget what the date was. Yeah, I have it on StardomFan.com under the results. It says Cinderella tournament second round was on 4/10/2022. That's a convenient site. Now this is where like the
Good to go.
heart starts getting in because does make sense where girls like Saki should be coming up. I mean, nothing's set in stone. Saki can pop up there for now.
I wanted to put Tam at 14. I'm putting Tam at 14.
That was great.
Uh,
And I really like what you did there. I like 13 and 14. I think it's controversy by name value alone, but I mean, this is how it's been rolling the past few months.
yeah. Azumi and Thekla are kind of in this tier here.
Yeah, there's a point where maybe Azumi and Thekla are almost ranked together. However, we got to see who's. I mean, they
Now,
got to be above the girls that don't have the belts. I know you
well,
like Thekla
here's
a
my.
lot more than Azumi, but Azumi won or Thekla won the belt, and then I mean, I don't know.
Well, in
Has
my
she won
opinion,
since?
in my
She's been
opinion,
shit.
it's because the
And that's without me seeing the Mayu match. So yeah, I haven't seen that yet. So spoiler free if you don't mind.
the Kai Belto and the Shiroi Belto, the white and the red belt, um, they're like the
Ooh,
singles top tier, and then I kind of felt like it was like artist and goddess belt, like the tag belts, and then it's like the high speed and SWA.
okay.
Generally, unless like when Mayu wins it, but don't spoil it if you've seen it already. All right, people who aren't champions first. All right, okay. I just can't look at any of these people on here and say that like they should be below Azumi or Thekla. If you have a, if
Let's.
you if your Azumi love is clouding your heart, your judgment, what about Thekla? Like you think that maybe Mirai?
Out of everything you see there, if the Cinderella tournament didn't happen, which I mean is an unfortunate truth because it did, I think Marai's the weakest out of everyone left on the board.
uh, the unfortunate truth, Al Gore.
Oh, is that where that came from? Well, it is what it is.
But Al Gore,
um,
but Al Gore invented the internet, and Mirai is the Cinderella champion, and those are facts.
Yeah, and she's not better than anyone left on the board. And you know what though, which is fine too, because she took the easy route. Didn't she end up with a buy or two just because Tam would be pissed. I know that's funny. Did she end up with a buy or two just because of like every other girl in her bracket eliminated like there was double eliminations?
She went to
That
Rossi and
doesn't say
said,
everything.
and she said, "Hey, I'd really like it if I can get a buy and make this as easy as possible." He's like, "We don't really do that in Stardom." He goes, "But I already bought the dress. What
They
do
should
you?"
still be above them, I think, out of respect for their belts.
And then I feel like if I put Izumi in the top 10, that's as high as she goes, and I put my foot down.
This goes to
And let's
a
get
conversation that I
let's
thought
get
was
Lady C
interesting
in there.
on your take of how they do their belt collectors. Like they're not afraid to have more than one girl have a belt, as we saw with Tam and we saw with
As we're about to see
Shuri.
with Starlight and Momo.
Yeah, so I actually really like that because if you're the one of the best, yeah, grab a singles belt, grab a tags belt, grab a trios belt, just grab it all because you're good. You should have all the belts. If you're one of the best, you should have them all. I love it.
If you're Starlight and Momo, and you're the greatest tag team in the company, why wouldn't you be even better if you add Saki? This was where friendships fall apart territory.
Well, yeah, because it's I mean, name value's a thing. All right, so out of these girls, the weakest in my mind
It's
is
not
it
the
probably
white
is
belt
Micah.
champ. I'm thinking. Oh,
Eh,
she just challenged for the
Maybe
red belt.
Natsupoi. Maybe
Oh,
well, Momo and
Natsupoi.
Starlight can't be have to be up there.
Natsupoi is going above Himika and Micah. That's for sure.
And Himika, who just challenged for the world championship.
Himika wasn't even allowed to tag in for their last artist match because
Well,
Natsupoi is
she didn't need to.
because
She was tired.
Natsupoi's
She had to
better.
rest up for a championship match.
She had a lot on her mind. Just had a makeout session with Shiri like the day before.
Do you know what it's like trying on a new outfit too? I mean, she went through a lot last week.
Because I think Japanese girls like they just have whatever hair color they want. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, sort of like the little Play-Doh set. You just sort of pop it in and it comes out. Micah? Is that the only one that makes sense right here?
I'm feeling. I think it's Micah, Himika, Natsupoi. Des.
Okay.
Did
Momo
I do my
and
math
Starlight?
right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Why
I
am
know.
I?
Do we have to? Well, that's all right. We could do two number ones if we need to.
And then I get 34 pictures and I end up with like 31 tiers.
For what it's worth, I
Uh,
actually appreciate that. I mean, you did to do all the hard work. You found all the headshots. You took the backgrounds out. I appreciate you. So it was worth it. Just because your math doesn't work, you had a lot else going on. And maybe if you do need to save a spot, just put the tag team champions together. However, Hazuki should not be above them, even though I think she is pretty cool.
4 or 5. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna call an audible. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I count that? Is that 8? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So two people got to go down. Waka and Fukigen. They get their own tier. How about that?
They get an extra special tier.
Uh,
As long as you keep them in the same order. And then Sakurai gets promoted to the list.
or everyone's getting demoted.
Oh,
Anyways, it almost makes sense to go artist champs to tag champs.
no chance.
That's what you got. Everyone's saying, why is Julia so high up? Because she's fucking Julia, and I love, love, love her. Like,
Julia is the reason Shuri only has one belt.
and then can I go? So a lot of people lost to start to Koguma.
Oh, that's true. I guess you're gonna show us sooner or later.
Then can I go tag champs?
I don't think that Hazuki should be above him.
Hazuki's pretty cool,
I agree.
and she wins a lot. In fact, I don't remember last time she lost because I don't count Koguma.
I think Natsupoi should be even below Hazuki. I think everyone moves up and Hazuki squeezes either above or below Julia.
Above. That seems right.
Out of the four women there, it's Saya. Utami is one of the greatest wrestlers in the entire company. She's no icon and she's no red belt champion right now. And Saya's fine. She, number four. I mean, obviously under Lady C tier.
I almost put Rossi on the list.
We put Mayu number one
Well,
last month
she's
or
because she's the
last
fuck.
one.
Well, it's not her fault. She's the best. What am I gonna say?
It's not my fault
It's
that
not my fault.
when
She's so
you
good.
like when she loses, she gets better.
This is not my fault that she's almost should just be in Lady C tier.
There should be two god tiers.
How about that? The icon Lady C tier.
Yeah, god slash Lady C. Last
All
time
right.
we had Mayu number one, Utami number two, because Utami like was still fresh off the loss and still had the cool hair and everything. And then Shuri was number three. I think that changes now. I think Shuri is number one right here, right now.
She's pretty good, but she's not. She's not. Utami level good. She's
Wow,
basically
she
Mayu
hasn't had a
level.
rematch. They said you can beat anybody once, but can you beat her twice? But this could be a good segue because if you want to really stick that with my my
But
personal pick, Shuri at number 3, you should almost go to the spread list and prove why Tommy should be above Shuri. I'm gonna
no,
get the chat on my
oh,
side in a second.
now okay, that's a good. We just gotta decide who is better, Mayu or the correct answer.
I didn't even hate Mayu as number 1, even
Oh,
though she never wins. Like that wasn't my problem. My
now
problem is I think Shuri should be above Utami no matter what.
I almost want to do a coin flip, but I don't have a coin, but I do have a Batmobile Hot Wheels I could flip.
You're gonna flip a Hot Wheels? You got a D20 on your desk? Odd or even? 10 or above. Roll initiative.
All right, I flipped a Batmobile. Heads or tails? Heck,
It probably landed on its back.
it landed on tails, so Mayu goes number 2.
Oh, because she has tails.
Does anyone else decide that that Mayu is number 2 because a Batmobile landed on tails and she also has tails?
There's probably not too many lists that have their own Lady C tier either because, sometimes a woman just transcends.
And I mean, no, she's red hot.
Red hot. She got a win in April.
All right, I ended up with two less tiers than I needed. There's also a bonus Konami. Who doesn't need bonus Konamis?
They- just because we missed her so much and was so glad to see her, she had 2 votes.
Just giving this spreadsheet.
I like you scrolling up that list. Yeah, that list looks good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Except like Azumi should be like, at like 28, but it's
I
pretty
still
good.
like Kent, and other than like the Julia name, like Julia maybe shouldn't be above like my Hemi Poi.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
We at Stardom Fan love, love, love Julia, and that's the bottom line because the editor said so.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Okay? Yes. Bye.